Thank you, President LeDuc, for that exceptionally kind introduction. I'm very thankful today that I'm not discussing the 21st Century Lawyer Initiative that I undertook because the Dean has pretty much stolen my thunder in that regards. Additionally, I have the misfortune to follow both him and Vincent's rousing remarks as well, so I'm just not sure if I'm going to be up to the task. But I would like to thank all the Western Michigan University Thomas M. Cooley Law School professors, administrators, and board members who have helped me each and every step of my legal career. Most importantly, you endowed me and my fellow graduates here today with a world-class education and prepared us for the challenges ahead. Let's have a round of applause for the Cooley faculty and staff. Over 27 years ago, I sat in the seat where you're sitting, or perhaps a medieval equivalent, in the auditorium of the Grand Masons Hall at Cooley Law School in Lansing. Cooley's changed a great deal since then. It's grown to 4 campuses and become the largest law school in the nation. One thing has remained constant, though. Like myself, you have earned an excellent legal education. Indeed, your law school diploma is the accomplishment of a lifetime. Don't let the detractors online deter you. Your law degree can still be the keys to the kingdom of respect and prosperity. Just follow your dreams. Follow your passion. I was inspired to become a lawyer because my 5th and 6th grade football coach, Ron Lubman, was a lawyer. I thought it'd be great to have a job where you could volunteer to help others learn such important life lessons. And my dream wasn't going to be crushed because other people said it couldn't come true. Be proud to be a graduate of Western Michigan University Cooley Law School. You understand exactly what it takes to be here today, the grit and the perseverance to overcome some formidable obstacles. Your success has been just as much about your character as it has been about your knowledge. When I graduated from Cooley, I helped start a small law firm in Macomb County. I'd enjoyed my tenure as Student Bar Association president and wanted to continue my bar involvement as a lawyer. To my astonishment, I was welcomed with open arms by myriad seasoned practitioners who counseled me on legal matters and who advised me of the proper path to take. But I encountered several detractors elsewhere who told me that my horizons were limited because of my Cooley pedigree, my small firm employment, and my Macomb County address. No Cooley graduate would ever be local bar president. Only one solo practitioner and only one Macomb County lawyer had ever been state bar president. Of course, I was following Charles Toy over our first bar president, but at the time Charles Toy's bar service didn't exist, so I didn't know it when I first started. In fact, I've been following in Charles's wake ever since I was first a student. I looked at all the plaques. They have his name on every single wall, it seems, in Lansing, and I always aspired to try to follow him in his footsteps. And in fact, I was also following one of our very first grads, Larry Nolan, who also will be bar president. Ironically, now he's following me in our state bar hierarchy, so I appreciate your patronage, Larry. And I would be amiss not to mention other state bar president here today. When I grow up, I want to be just like Tom Cranmer, the head of Miller Canfield. So thank you very much, Tom, for your leadership as well. But when these detractors came to me, I didn't allow their negativity to deter me. As a new lawyer, I shot for the stars. Soon I secured a position in charge of parking at the annual Macomb County Bar Association picnic, primarily because no one else wanted to do it. Although I had never done so as a volunteer, I had experience as a car valet, so I understood the job responsibilities. Many of my colleagues may have looked down on me, but a particularly insightful Bar Association veteran buoyed my spirits with his observation. That was the best job that you could have landed. By the end of the evening, you had met nearly every lawyer and every judge in the county. And he was right. The next day I appeared in court, the judge remembered me and he pointed me to a criminal case. Today, I still am proud to work as a criminal defense attorney. I'm equally proud to work as a solo practitioner and to live in Macomb County. I'm also proud to represent my 44,000 colleagues as the 80th president of the State Bar of Michigan. But most of all, I am proud to be a Western Michigan Thomas M. Cooley Law School graduate, just like each and every one of you here today. Don't allow the myth that there are too many lawyers to deter you either. Yes, we have more attorneys in the United States than ever before, but our society has become far more complex and far more dependent on legal relationships. In fact, most surveys show that Americans have greater unmet legal needs than ever before. So one thing is clear, our country can always use one more great lawyer. Whether you engage in the daily practice of law or working elsewhere and using your law degree as a tool for the betterment of society, as Vincent suggested. To become that great lawyer, you'll need to work the same long hours and late nights and early mornings that you've worked in law school. I'm sorry to break that news to you now. You're not at the end of the tunnel. You'll be toiling for yourself and for your family's benefit. Your legal abilities and accomplishments will be important, but above all else, you'll be judged by your colleagues on one important characteristic. That secret to success in the legal field is professionalism. We all realize that professionalism involves integrity and ethics, but beyond these concepts and the semester in law school in which they're taught, what other hallmarks define professionalism? I will share with you the 10 hallmarks of professionalism that I have aspired to achieve. First, be impactful, make a difference. If 80% of life is just showing up, do more. Try hard. No one remembers a lawyer who doesn't care. Or perhaps worse yet, everyone remembers a lawyer who just doesn't care. Keep in mind the 3 rules of success at trial: preparation, preparation, and preparation. Second, hold yourself to a high standard in performance, in ethics, in integrity. Try harder. Third, forgive yourself when you fall short. This is my personal favorite. Learn from your mistakes. Don't become known for your failures. Use them to achieve your success. Keep trying. For example, one lawyer that I came across in my journey through Cooley lost 5 elections before becoming the youngest Michigan Supreme Court justice ever. He later resigned and founded Thomas M. Cooley Law School in 1972. His name, of course, is Tom Brennan Sr. And to his great benefit, we have a huge portrait. At least I think it still is in the hall in Cooley Law School. At least we always blessed ourselves when we walked by it when we were attending class in Lansing. We have all had failures in our background. I became a much better public speaker after a forensic presentation that I delivered in high school. I was asked by my debate coach to fill an oratory spot at the regional competition in the spring of my senior year. He was confident that I could do well because of my background and training. But with only a couple weeks to prepare, I was hopelessly overwhelmed by the moment when I stood up in front of my class and performed miserably. As challenging as some of my speaking assignments have been since then, including this one, I look back upon that experience now with the confidence that I could never be so embarrassed again. And I discovered that the distinguishing characteristic of all society's great contributors and all great attorneys is that they are constantly learning and constantly striving to improve. Fourth, be honest. Your reputation will follow you throughout your professional career. At its core, this is a very small group of people. Look around this room, look around the state. Although Michigan has over 44,000 licensed attorneys, there are far fewer degrees of separation than 6 between any 2 of us. I'd be willing to bet that any 2 lawyers in this room can be connected by a lawyer who knows each of them well. Take the blame, in other words, if it is your blame to share. Own your failures. Don't blame your shortcomings on others. Don't say that your assistant screwed up and that's why you're poorly prepared for today's hearing. I can't emphasize enough the importance of honesty and maintaining the professional relationships that make lawyers so valuable to our society and so valuable to our individual clients. Fifth, keep your word, follow through, meet deadlines, or as every veteran lawyer knows, extend them. Strive to be on time. Manage the expectations of your clients and others who depend on your performance. No matter how tempting, whether you need that first client in the door to pay your overhead, or whether you just need a huge case that can put you on easy street, don't overpromise clients, or anyone else for that matter, in your performance. 6, be civil. Follow the golden rule. We can disagree without being disagreeable. Be polite and courteous. Respect other points of view. Try to understand other perspectives. It's always served me well as a trial lawyer to get in the mind of the other side as well or better than they can, so that I can properly respond to their arguments and I can hopefully prevail on behalf of my client. We need to celebrate diversity and inclusion. We are far stronger as a profession when we harness the talents and experiences of our entire society. Even as a middle-aged white guy, I recognize that our legal profession still falls far short of this goal. But I'm proud that my alma mater, Cooley Law School at Western Michigan University, is the most diverse law school in the nation. Seventh, communicate with others. Keep other people informed. They will appreciate your efforts more. Say thank you. I'm eternally grateful to my parents, my family members, and my friends that helped my legal career take flight. I ask that all today's law school graduates sitting in front of me stand up right now and turn around and help me applaud our parents, our family members, and our friends who helped make our legal education possible. Eighth, don't talk out of school. Don't ever betray confidential communications. This is the bedrock concept of our profession, upon which all of our other professional responsibilities are based. Don't gloat. You may be on the losing side next time. In fact, most lawyers will tell you that 40% of the cases they're destined to negotiate at perhaps a loss, and 40% of the cases they're destined to negotiate perhaps in victory. It's only the 20th percentile where good advocacy often moves the needle, because again, it's the client's case and the client's merits that make the most difference in our system. So next time you think about that you've experienced the great victory, know that the other side is coming soon and that you don't want to be overtrodden in your defeat. Also, don't talk down about others, and I think the reasoning there goes without saying. 9, take time for yourself. Be a better family member and a better friend. Relationships are difficult to maintain. Don't be so consumed by your professional goals that you overlook the most important people in your life. Law school has been 3 years of your life as well as 3 years of study. Learn from your experiences at Cooley that you must keep everything in perspective, because real life will impose its will on you and on your family and on your friends. For example, just last year, one of the Cooley students to whom I just spoken had a grand mal seizure directly behind me. He had to drop out of law school. With further treatment, he hopes to return to school soon. Finally, and number 10, help others. The American Bar Association's pro bono standard encouraged each lawyer to donate 50 hours of legal work or $500 each year. They were probably figuring in my billable rate when I first started of $10 an hour. But they haven't increased that since, just like court-appointed fees hasn't increased either. You have all completed an externship program in the legal community. Now volunteer in your community as well. This may lead to your first job or to your first client. In fact, one of my relatives volunteered as a youth football coach because he enjoyed coaching his 3 sons as they grew up. A prominent billionaire's son played on the same team as his youngest son. They've become close friends ever since. In fact, I'm constantly seeing these texts between the two of them. Also, consider service to the profession through involvement of a bar association, much like the role models that have been set for you by the faculty and staff. I have a record number of volunteers in my 21st Century Task Force up on the stage and elsewhere from Cooley. And unfortunately, 60% of the people that are volunteering are going to get left on the cutting room floor. So I'm going to make sure I escape quickly when that's announced here at today's festivities. Also, that your service to the profession or your service to others and your service to the community will always be of greatest benefit to you. You are blessed to be in these seats here today. Please share that blessing with others. For many of you, the next challenge on the horizon is the bar exam. Like your career at Cooley, the bar exam is a test of character as much as it is a test of knowledge. I'm confident that all of you will be able to surmount that one final hurdle. As State Bar Michigan President, I look forward to welcoming each and every one of you into the bar and to admiring your accomplishments as attorneys. But most of all, I anticipate your achievement as professionals. Congratulations to the Joseph Story graduating class of Western Michigan University Thomas M. Cooley Law School. And thank you for the unique honor of sharing your commencement ceremony with me, a solo practitioner from Macomb County. I would like to conclude my remarks with a richly deserved round of applause for the members of today's graduating class. Thank you.